Rumble is a pushing champion. If you're gonna, it was a 3-0 4G2, and now going up against an even stronger team who has had time to study, who has had time to prepare. Can you challenge this team?
Question of, well, if Max Lore can keep his jungle pathing different from game to game.
It's actually set up to, CC or a trade against
him. Bang. Dazzle almost taking him down. Full explosive shot. And it looks like they're going to lose this damage trade. Wolf still going in a bit, but they say stop.
People sometimes can have trouble contributing much if you cannot actually get up in your opponent's face. You have the pillar, you have your ultimate, but past that, you really are not contributing a lot. With these really squishy builds, if you're going to go for the Ardent Sensor and Redemption.
And then you get the Ardent Sensor proc for yourself. Faker, though, he's moved to the top lane.
Relieving a little pressure, taking that blast cone as
Alfari
well.
Or is there?
Great timing as Max Lore just left. Alfari overheating to use his scrap shield to get out of position. Talk comes in after the flash. They get turret side, and they're going to get first blood.
It's those kind of plays here that can shut down Misfits early game.
Spawning red buff. Huni is not even purchased yet, though, so he's not that strong yet, but he is with the team. They have the Galio ultimate, and that is giving them the confidence to actually look for a play here. Alfari is 6th, though, and in the jungle corridors, we know how strong Rumble can be.
Oh, they're pinging. They want to fight here.
Lore making a move. Huni doesn't like the situation as Alfari moves down from the bot side. Remember, Huni's flash was used in the last engage. Faker tries to come in, and they are going to be able to protect each other for just a moment. Max Lore finds himself going down as Peanut routes around the back of the fight.
And we talked so much about Misfits trying to get ahead in the early game. They got to do something now.
Bang's flash now down. They might be able to get the kill on the Wolf as Bang barriers out to get any protection for him.
We already know that you need to play almost a perfect game to beat them. Max was getting caught.
They have the jungle to themselves now. It is going to be Ignar trying to come back, though. Hans Sama has returned to lane, and you have Power of Evil just in the side. Realm Warp comes in. Peanut and Wolf are going to be in a bad spot as Bang just inching into the fight. They lose Wolf, and it looks like Faker's going to be short on the help as well. Atar comes in to stop Hans Sama in his tracks and possibly put him down. Peanut thinking about going back in as Bang can trade more damage from the bot side, and Faker staves off another kill. They may want it, though. Winds of War just short from hitting Hans Sama.
They lock in this Rumble, and suddenly Jace comes in as a top lane surprise, and now they're diving.
Huni going for the dive. Faker knows he can come in. Alfari tries to get just away from the turret, dodging out on the taunt, but knocked back in, and Faker picks up kill number 2.
Even roams again back up to the top lane here from Faker, and you talked about how SKT has not been playing from Huni. They've been letting him be alone by himself in a side lane, making his plays, but this game, they are putting him ahead, and they're showing that they can play all of these different styles.
These backline carries you want to protect, and Galio can do that so well, or you can catch the enemy. Let's see what happens here.
Hansama going aggressive again. Teleports coming in from the top side. Don't even know if they need it. Ace in the hole tries to get hit. Cosmic Radiance comes down. And
there's 4 here. They're going to go for the dive.
For now, says Waniel dodged out on 1. Hansama gets taken down as Faker now 3-0-1. 5 kills on the board for SKT.
With these item completions coming through, it's just bad news goes to worse. I mean, Huni already has a tier and a full black cleaver, and it's going to be crushing sideways.
Faker gets caught. I don't know if he's going to be able to make it out of this. It looks good as he just walks down. Huni says, yeah, we can walk out of this, and Alfari gets pulled out of lane as they start to rotate back.
Well, this is not the way the Misfits are supposed to have these games go, right?
It's a 4,000 gold lead to SKT, and you can see what the average goal difference here between the two teams is in that group stage.
Exactly. Misfits typically are ahead around the 15-20 minute mark, but then can still lose. Let's see what happens here. Power Reaper, Max Lore.
Bang feeling good as Faker comes in. Shots onto Max Lore. Looks like they'll keep the focus even if Cosmic Radiance comes down. They turn onto Alfari. Knowing his damage from the Equalizer comes in as Bang goes over the wall to take the 1v1. And Hans Sama and the rest of the team turn tide. They have to leave Alfari 8-1. SKT 16 minutes in.
There's
very
just
fast. Bang as well can do that from a safe distance very quickly, and you have a huge front line to stand in front of.
And Hans Sama, speak a little bit about him as he may be caught out here.
Ooh, does have Ignar for a moment, but Baker's going to take quite a while to go down, and at this point, it's enough time for the team to get there and make it another SKT fight.
And for a while before getting that big late game team fight. In a game like this here, where Faker and Huni are able to get a huge advantage top lane so early.
Already hitting on the inhibitors, sub 20 minutes.
He's just going to kill the inhibitor or dive.
Oh, that's the ultimate coming in from Peanut, but Alfari doesn't look like he's going to make it much farther. Huni standing on the Equalizer, has to get out. Shock Blast.
Back to every year is the weakest year.
Every year we're like, oh, I don't know, I'm seeing a weakness right there. They're bleeding at the moment. There's a chance, maybe. Obviously, with Misfits, not a lot of people were looking at them being the big giant slayers here. Though people thought at least Misfits could challenge in the first game, and not been the case here.
That mentality still there for Misfits. We see them trying, we see them getting themselves
fanatic
into
death
positions
rush.
that could make things work. 22 minutes in, Misfits get a fight right on to Bang on the backside. Hansama jumps forward, but he's blocked out by Cataclysm as Cosmic Radiance comes down along with Faker, and Bang's on the backside, able to deliver in just a few shots. And Hansama's in the ground. Power of Evil, the rest of the team trying to realm warp out. He makes it along with Max Lord, but Alfari left in the back, taunted up and taken down by SKT.
Once again, we see Misfits try and see if they can maybe pull off a trap or creative play to get something back here, but they just do not have the damage or the members there in time.
In mid and in bot, getting more damage down on those turrets, and Wolf is even going to claim a kill for himself here, adding insult to injury.
Gets him on the pillar, throws down the subjugate. Baron falls, it goes to SKT, and a kill for Wolf coming up at some point, if the team doesn't make it here off home guards first.
Oh, Peanut's gonna steal it.
Oh, he's trying to
Don't
get
take it away from
Gary.
him.
He'll secured! Hooney! The unexpected shock blast.
I think you have to force. Misfits' only chance is forcing something 5v3, 5v1 even. Try to kill Hooney off immediately, but already Hooney's on retreat.
Dazzle up to that Cataclysm as well. Doesn't look like you're going to get much out of the equalizers. Hooney's into a safe spot. Good ult from Peanut as they lock down their first target. That's Max Lore. Hansama falls quickly right after, and it looks like Baker is not going to let this one end until they get to the fountain. The rest of SKT's inside the base, and Ignar's the next in their eyes right after Power of Evil. The first inhibitor will fall.
SKT just wanted another fight so they could win that fight, push all the way for the Nexus. Don't need to spend time getting an all-day inhib, just finish the game.
Looking at 25 minutes for the first matchup here. Alfari's doing what he can, going for broke. But SKT's already got that for themselves. 16-1, 25 minutes in. Game 1 to SKT over Misfits.
And almost a perfect game there. Only the one kill given over.